Hello, good morning, boys and girls. How are you doing today? Great, I'm sure. Excellent. All right, it's time for UW, and we'll be learning about animals and their habitat. Yes, animals and their habitat. Why they choose to live where they live, and how they adapt to the environment where they live. All right, very good. I'm going to ask you one question. Where do you live? Hmm. I live in a house. What about you? A big house or a small house? Hmm? Where do you think human beings live in? Houses. Why? Okay. Yes. Very good. It's comfortable. We can get water, we can get food, we can get shelter. There's roof over our heads. When it rains, we can stay in the house and we don't get wet. When it's too sunny, we can run into the house. The house is comfortable. The house is where we live in. There are different kinds of houses. The big houses, the small houses, whatever kind of house you choose, you know. But animals also live in different kinds of houses. They live in different kinds of places that suits them and satisfy their needs, places where they can get water easily, places where they can get food easily, and places where they run for shelter, where they hide when it's rainy or sunny, like we do stay in our houses. Okay, the houses that we live in as humans, how comfortable are they? Do you like your house? I bet you do. I love my home because it is very, very comfortable. And animals as well. They like to live in their homes because it's comfortable. They live in areas and environments that are comfortable for them. So the habitat is where we live, the comfortable place for us, the place where we can survive. Okay? Guess what? Do you think I can live in the forest? Where there are tall trees and grasses and animals. I'm not sure I want to live in the forest. I'd rather live in my house where I have my bedroom and a cozy bed where I can rest on when I want to sleep, right? Yes, just like the animals. Imagine a lion in your house. Do you think a lion would like to sleep on the bed? I doubt that. Because a lion is made to live in the jungle, is built and designed for the forest. Okay? Do you think I can live in the water? Maybe in the ocean or something? Can you? How long can you stay in the water? God did not design us to live in the water. We've been made and designed to live on land. That's why we live in homes on land. All right? So we're going to find out about other animals, where they live, why they live, where they live. All right? Let's move on. Why can't we live anywhere? Have you ever thought of that question? Why? Why can't we live anywhere? Why can't I just go and live in the forest or I live in the water? Why? Because it's not going to be habitable. It won't be comfortable. And I will not enjoy staying there. I can stay maybe in the water for a bit, for a while, but I have to come out to breathe in air because there's no air in the water. Right? Very good. So, where do animals live? Do you know? Let's find out. Look at this picture. I want you to take a look at this picture as you can see here. The first one is a polar bear, right? The polar bear is in a desert. What's different? What's unusual? Can you see the fish on the tree? Funny, right? Yes. Is a fish supposed to live on the tree? Nah, they live in water. Look at that fish on the rock. It looks dead because there's no water for it to live. Do you understand? And that's a seal on dry land. Where do seals live naturally? Yes, they live on water, in water and on the land. But imagine a seal in the desert. It will dry up. It can't survive. Exactly, it can't survive. That's why the habitat of animals They're very, very important. When you move an animal out of its comfortable space, out of its habitat, then you're doing harm to them. Okay? All right. So we're going on to see animals and their habitat. Animals and their habitat. Many different animals and their habitat. All right, let's go. It says animals live everywhere on earth. Everywhere on earth there are animals. The place where an animal lives or is found is naturally called its habitat. The place where an animal lives or is found is naturally called its habitat. Okay, so there are many different places where animals can be found, based on their nature. Like, for instance, the fish, they have gills. They don't have lungs like humans, so they can't live on land. They have to live in water. Okay, like birds, they have wings. They can fly, 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 fly. Okay, they fly in the air all around, and they live on trees, right? Do you think a bird can live in the water? Even, okay, yes, we have some birds, that live on the water, but they can't live in the water for so long. They have to come out to get some air. So let's find out, based on their nature. Some live in the forest, some live in grasslands, some live in the polar regions, the oceans, and the desert. So let's find out. Okay, the forest. A forest is a vast region that is covered densely by trees and different varieties of plants. Can you see my forest? Yes, can you see the image there? It's covered by trees. Have you ever been to the forest? I haven't. Maybe sometime, hopefully, experience nature. If you've been to the forest, I want you to share what you saw. All right? Did you find animals? Okay, let's go on. So, a forest is a vast land where you have lots of trees and plants and animals. That's the habitat for some particular animals. It provides shelter for animals like lion. Can you say the lion? Tiger, the deer. Yeah, that's a deer. Fox, and all other animals that live on trees, like the monkeys. It also gives shelter to animals here, like hare, tortoise, snake, and snakes that live in burrows. The snakes that live down in burrows, they dig holes in the ground for snails and even for small animals and some insects. That's a forest habitat. Okay, the next one is the desert. Ooh, I would love to go to the desert. I haven't been there before, but hopefully soon. Have you been to the desert? Yeah, how was the experience? What did you see? Nice. All right. A desert is a sandy and dry region. Very sandy. Remember, the forest has tall trees and leaves. It looks all green. But look at the desert. It's sandy. It's dry. And it receives very little rainfall. It's usually hot. Very hot during the day and cold at night. Yes, the desert is very cold at night. Two, extreme weathers that you have in the desert. And due to this reason, the animals that are found in the deserts, they have special features. They have some things that are special to them that help them to survive in the deserts, that help them to survive in the harsh conditions in the desert. Like, for instance, look at the camel, look at the desert spider. Some animals can store up water and food in their body. Yes, that's why they can live in the desert, because there's no water all the time and they hardly get food as well. But they can store up water and food in their body for a long time. Like the camel, look at the hump. It helps it to store up a lot of fluid, so they don't get thirsty even when there's no water. Even when it's really, really sunny, they don't get tired or worn out because their body helps them to store up water and food. All right. Yes. Look at the snake. The snake that is mostly found in the desert. It's the rattlesnake. It has something on its tail that makes a funny sound when it's coming around. Okay. The rattlesnake is one snake that is mostly found in the desert. All right, let's move to the polar region. Yes, the polar region is the cold region. Very, very, very cold. Yeah. Remember the Arctic in our oceans? Yeah. Yes, it's one of the cold. It's actually the coldest. The Atlantic, sorry, the Arctic. It's actually the coldest. Okay. So the polar region near the north and the south poles of the earth, they are called the polar region. The North Pole is the Arctic, and then the South Pole is Antarctica. Remember Antarctica, the continent that is the coldest. People hardly live there. Yes, you come and go, you can't actually live there because it's too cold. Exactly. The habitat is too cold for humans to survive. God has not designed us to live in the extreme cold weather. So it's not easy for humans to survive in Antarctica for a long period of time. You have to go in and out. Just like when you swim, you go into the water and then you come out to catch some air. Exactly, okay? So the polar regions are always covered with ice and snow. Similarly, the high altitude mountains, there are usually so many there's so many mountains in that region, and they're always covered with snow throughout the year. Wow, can you beat that? That is from January, February, March, April till December. There is snow on those mountains. There's snow on the mountains throughout the year. And what kind of animals do you find in the polar region? There are many animals. They live in groups. Yes, they usually live in groups to protect themselves from the cold, like the penguins, the polar bear, the seal, the walruses, the Arctic foxes. So many animals. So many animals. And these animals have special features, like those in the deserts that store water and food in their body. The animals that live in the very cold region, so they have special features that helps them to cope with the cold weather. Their body is usually covered with fur, very thick fur. And most of the animals have thick layers of fat. Yes, they have thick layers of fat in them so that, they don't grow cold or freeze to death. They have thick layers of fat beneath their skin. All right, good. Let's move on. Yeah, the ocean. Yes, good. Very good. The Arctic, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Southern, and the Indian Ocean. Fantastic. Really for yourselves. You remember. That's great. All right. So take note that the aquatic habitat consists of two kinds. They are the oceans and the freshwater habitats. All right. Like I said, the ocean is a vast and continuous body of saline water. That is salty water. Okay. Saline water is salty water, and it is the largest habitat on Earth. Remember, I said that. Yes, the waters, the oceans cover over 70% of Earth. So the oceans is the largest habitat on Earth, okay? So it has a wide variety of animals. There's so many, like the whales, the dolphins, the sea lions, octopus, name them, go on. Yes, these animals are well adapted to live in salty water. If you take them out of the salty water and put them in fresh water, I bet you they won't survive. Exactly. They've been designed to live in salty water. A large variety of animals are found in this salty water. Like the dolphins, okay, I said that, the seals, the octopus, so many of them. All right. So let's go to the freshwater habitat. This is the freshwater habitat. The freshwater is naturally occurring water on Earth's surface. That is, it contains minimal quantity of dissolved salt, very little, and sometimes no salt at all. Yes, that's why it's called the freshwater habitat. For example, we have the ponds, the lakes, the rivers, and the streams. And what kind of animals do we have in them? What kind of animals do we, see that live in them? The kind of the freshwater habitat, it gives home to animals like fish. Yes, we have some saltwater fish and freshwater fish. So the freshwater gives home to animals like fish, like frog, like toad, dogs, swans, even insects. Yes, we have some insects that live on water. All right, very good. Let's move on. So generally, animals live on land and in water. Do you agree with me? Yes, very good. Generally, they live both on land and they live on land, and some animals live in water. But guess what? There's some animals that live both on land and in the water. Can you name some of them? I can hear you. Okay, we'll find out. So look at, can you see the picture here? Animals that live on land. Yes, like the zebra, like my lion. Look at, can you see the horse? Cow. Yes, what other animals can you see there? The monkey. That's a hen. Kangaroo. Very good. Let's see the animals that live in water. Okay, what are the animals that live in water that you can see here? Yeah, that's the fish. Oh, that's a dolphin, octopus, the seahorse. Go on. I know you know them. There's so many. Yeah, let's move on. Yes, the animals that live both on land and in the water. Look at them. The crab. Remember the hermit's crab? What's special about the hermit's crab? Yes, it has blue blood. Fantastic, you remember. Okay, look at that's a croc. Look at the toad, the turtle. Can live both on land and in water. All right? So we're going to do something very quickly before I end the class. I want us to play a game. Who is ready? Yeah. We're going to play a very fun game. Okay? Very good. Let's play a quick game. You can see pictures of different animals. Good. And you can see some letters under the animals. Yes, we're playing a quick game. L, land. W, water. B, both. So you tell me the animals that live on land or in water or both. Are you ready? Can we go? All right, let's go. The first picture, what do you see? That's a fish. Where do you think the fish lives on? On land, in water, or both? Very good. The fish lives in water. How about the next one? The zebra. Where does the zebra live? On land, in water, or both? Are you sure? Very good. The zebra lives on land. How about the starfish? In water. Absolutely correct. That's a seahorse. Automatically, you know, the sea lives in water. Excellent. Okay, what do you see here? That's a frog. Where do you think the frog lives on? Land, water, or both? The frog? Are you sure? Excellent. It lives both in land and on water. All right. I have a lion here. Where do you think the lion lives? Land or water? In land. Good job. Good job. Let's continue. I have some more. Okay. What's the first animal you can see in the picture? Yes, that's a horse. Where do you think a horse lives on? Land or water? Are you sure? Very good. The horse lives on the land. Yes, can you see the next picture there? That's a monkey. Does the monkey live on the land or in the water? Water, land, both? Okay, correct. It lives on the land. That's a cow. The cow goes moo moo. Where does the cow live? On the land or in water? Or both? On land. Good job. A dolphin, the very friendly sea animal. It's very obvious it lives in the water. Good. Yes, there's a croc here. Where do you think the crocodile lives? In the land? In water? Or both in land and water? Are you very sure? Excellent. Lives both on land and in the water. Yes, they have special features that help them to live both on land and in the water. There's something that's you know, like a scale that comes up in the eyes of the crocs when they're in the water so they can see, and it covers their ears as well so that water doesn't run into their ears, and they can breathe in the water. They can stay in the water for a long time, and then they can stay on the land as well. Yes, they feed both in the water and both on land. All right, that's a panda. Where do you think a panda lives? On water or in the land? On the land, sorry. Very good. They live on land. And that's a crab. How about a crab? Where do you think they live? What's the habitat of the crab? Both. Excellent. They live both on land and in water. And then this last one here is an octopus. The octopus lives in water. Sorry, my my pen tool is covering that. It lives in water. Very good. I'm sure you have learnt about animals and where they live. So why do you think we live in homes and not in the water or in the forest or in the grasslands? Why? Good, because God designed us to live in homes. Yes, God designed us to live on earth, on land, and in homes, not in the water, not in the forest like other animals. If you take an animal out of its habitat, some of them might survive and some of them might not survive. Look at the fish we saw, that was on the rock. It was dead already because there was no water for it to survive. Exactly. Just like putting a lion in water. A lion is very strong and very fast. But you know that when you put them in the water, they can't cope. They cannot be the king of the sea. Although they are the king of the jungle, yeah. But they cannot be the king of the sea because they cannot survive in the water. All right? So I hope you've learned a lot about animals and their habitats. Very good. I'll share something for you to do for me, like a little task. I'll share a worksheet for you. And then when you're done, please don't forget to put your finished work in the comment box. All right? So I say thank you.